Scorpio, hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm your host Tina, and welcome to my channel. All right, this is going to be your weekly tarot reading. This one is for March 29th to April 4th. Now, if you are new, we pull 2 layers. I'm going to jump straight into your reading, get into your first layer now. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's happening for you. March 29th to April 4th for Scorpio. All right, we're going to stop it here. 8 of Wands is at the bottom. All right, Scorpio, it feels like, feels like you have a difficult decision to make this week, or you just feel like you have choices in general that you need to make this week, and choices that are going to shape your life. The recent past, we have the Page of Swords here. So it just feels like you've just been gathering information, kind of in that like student of life type of energy with the Page of Swords, but just really open, very curious type of energy. The overall energy for your reading is the Chariot. So I feel like you're just trying to balance things out. Some of you might even have like a serious target or goal in mind, and you're really just trying to think of the different ways to bring something to life, right? To materialize it with the Chariot. But the Chariot's ultimately about like balancing our emotions, remaining aligned. I feel like this is, I'm even going to say this, and I do feel like I've said this in one of your previous, like very recent readings about like not being pulled in different directions. But the Chariot is here. It's also saying that you're very like determined. You're very focused with this energy with the Chariot. Even though you're very focused and you're very determined, it doesn't mean that you're avoiding like fear when it comes to the situation. Like, meaning, are things going to turn out the way you're hoping, right? Is it going to feel like a failure or a loss, right? Because the moon energy is the current situation. And you know, that energy is really about like kind of feeling like we're navigating in the dark, right? That's the moon. It doesn't light things up a lot for us. And so it makes us feel like we're kind of feeling lost or wandering in the dark. We may even be questioning our current path, our current choices, current trajectory. With the moon, there's fear of the unknown, right? And it can be a little destabilizing. And I kind of feel that energy a little bit. We have the King of Cups here in the challenge position. And, you know, anytime I think of the King of Cups, I think of like having this ability, just like this character here, of even if things are feeling like they're out of control or out of your control around you, you're still able to be this like pillar of inner strength, to not lose your cool, to still keep calm, collected, and focused. And I feel like as you're trying to like put things into alignment, you're kind of just trying to make the right choices, right? And that's why you're like, you want this to turn out right. You want it to be the right choice, because justice is where your mind is at and what you're focused on. So I just feel like it's about rebalancing these skills, but you're knowing more than ever how your choices are shaping your life here. In your approach, we have the King of Wands. So you're still remaining super flexible, super adaptable. I love this energy for your approach. And you're still kind of like thinking in ways that maybe you haven't thought before, seeing perspectives or roads or avenues that you could take that you may not have seen before. Because the King of Wands is very like, it's a very visionary, step out of the lines type of energy. Coming towards you, we do have the Lovers here. So this is like, it's a path, right? There's a crossroads, it almost feels like. There's so much duality in your cards too, right? So I just feel like it's about trying to strike the right balance. You can very much have a Gemini coming towards you. But I do feel like there's just a choice here. One about like listening to your higher self, following your intuition, listening to your heart. At the very least, there's a lot of love coming your way. Good options, good choices. And you have to do that thing, just like in justice, of like weighing everything, balancing everything out, so that you can like, it's all we have when we're trying to make choices, right? Especially choices that we feel are shaping our lives. You know, all we have is our experience that we've gained so far, right? And then just kind of our intuition and trusting that we're being guided by the right things within us. And that's all we can do to shape these choices. And so I feel like you're doing a great job at that. We've got the King of Cups at the bottom of this deck here. So let's go in and clarify, and let's see what's happening for you this week. But we have 4 major arcana here. We have Justice, we have the Moon, we have the Lovers, we have the Chariot. This just feels like it's more about your internal world. Oh my God, the Hermit came out. I see the World, I see the 7 of Swords. Let's see here. Let's clarify all of these. We're going to stop here. Judgment is at the bottom. Yeah, you want to rise from the ashes, right? You want to step into like Phoenix mode. Speaking of rising from the ashes, your energy came out with Death here. Death and the Moon. It's like the changes are scary too, right? Like even if ultimately you're working towards exactly what you want and where you want to be and where you want to go, even that's scary, right? Like even getting exactly what we want is scary. That's the nature of the universe, I feel like, is like almost the hypocrisy of it all, right? In order for things to start moving, you have to let go, right? It's so interesting, how nature works. All right, in the recent past, with the Page of Swords, we have the King of Swords energy as well. I just feel like there's just a lot of intellectual energy with where you're coming from. I feel like you were detaching yourself from your emotions in a way and just trying to think very rationally, very logically, very clearly, and just really, again, kind of trying to remove the emotional aspect to your thinking and to your approach in general. Really trying to deal with truth, trying to deal with facts here, the things you can see, dealing again also with your experience comes into play here as well. But now the overall energy, Scorpio, here is victory. Like there's no question about it. I feel like there's something here that you're really wanting to overcome, even within yourself. But clarifying the Chariot, we got the 6 of Wands. So this is like double victory. This is double triumph. And this is like the overall energy of your reading. So whatever the situation is that I feel that you're kind of navigating, and it does feel more internal right now. It feels like it's part of your internal world. Whatever it is, and as difficult as it might seem at moments, your overall energy is about victory. It's about triumph. It's about facing this head on. It's about remaining strong, right? And it's about kind of aligning yourself. The Lovers came out twice. By the way, I just see that here. So I feel like there's a lot of like trying to follow your heart here, trying to listen to your intuition, really. But yeah, the overall energy with the 6 of Wands is about like stepping into that energy of like feeling confident as well that you have everything to do this. Because the 6 of Wands does speak to me of like pride and confidence, and it's all well deserved, and it's very much in a healthy, balanced expression. So I just feel like it's also about feeling confident that you have what it takes to get through this, to get past this, and to really, whatever target you have in your mind, to achieve it. But again, change is scary, right? Even if it's the exact change that we want, there's it's discomforting because you're in this unknown territory and you don't know how to navigate it. You don't know what it means. You don't know what your role is in it. And then that's all just like scary, right? And then there's always the question of, what if I make a mistake? What if I'm not able to do it? What if I fail, right? And all of that tends to come up, and it just feels like it's kind of popping up this week. We have the Moon and we have Death, right? This change that's happening within you and around you, it's unfolding, and it's probably been unfolding for some time. And now we're at this place where it's like, it's scary because it's like, it's not here. It makes you doubt yourself, makes you question yourself. And when I say it's not here, it's probably not here in this like tangible way. And then I feel like it's throwing you a little bit, or it's just not even throwing you off balance. I don't feel that at all. I just feel like you just have to consciously keep rebalancing yourself with the King of Cups being here in the challenge position. We also have the 2 of Swords. So, feeling like, you can't move, feeling like you're stuck, feeling like change is blocked or something like that, right? Maybe not seeing what's right in front of you. But with the Moon, it's hard to see, like I said. You know, we're kind of navigating in the dark here this week, having to trust ourselves, trust our choices, trust our beliefs, right? And so with where your mind is at and what you're focused on, I feel like even in the recent past, we had all of that sword and intellectual energy. It's still present this week. We have the Page of Swords and Justice here, right? So again, you just want to make the right choice. And the Page of Swords is only clarifying that, because the Page of Swords, just like your recent past, is about gathering information, you know, worried about truth, worried about facts. I'm really trying to think clearly and even trying to detach emotion. But with justice being there, it's not like emotion is completely detached. Just trying to make the right choice, right? Knowing the rules of cause and effect and how, you know, the ripple effects of things. And that's why you're really trying to just weigh your options, gather the information you need, think clear-headed so that you can make the right choices in your life and judgment calls. Your approach, clarifying the King of Wands, is the Lovers. I love that. I feel like you're being guided by your higher self here. And again, it's really great energy that you're working with here. You're really concerned with making the right choice here, which I love. You're balancing like both your animal nature and your higher self here. And you're just like, you're being able to like have everything within you work in your favor. Even though it seems scary, the cards support that. Like, I think you're doing a great job at navigating this, what can be a little bit of a difficult time while we look for the light in the dark, right? But yeah, you got the King of Wands energy, you got the Lover's energy, you know, trying to follow your heart, trying to make the right choice here. And again, being guided by your higher self, not being guided by like your ego or tempting things or like superficial things. Not at all. Following your heart totally. And even ready to step in a new path, you know. As scary as it is, I feel like fear can be pushed to the side for you and you're able to make that step regardless. Coming towards you, I feel stability. Definitely a lot of it. We have the King of Pentacles and the Lovers, right? Maybe some of you are dealing with an earth sign and there's just a lot of love coming your way. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's a Gemini here as well. But either way, this for me speaks of stability with the King of Pentacles. Maybe there's a commitment here, like you commit yourself to a choice and one that you've been debating and weighing options here. You commit yourself to a path here. But there's something here that feels good long term, that I feel like has a lot of potential with the King of Pentacles. But there's a lot of loyalty and commitment and dedication that's coming your way. And I just feel like the heart space feels really good as well. And you might actually commit and choose a path here because I feel like that's definitely what's coming through for some of you. All right, I am going to leave it there for you, Scorpio. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, if anything resonates, then hit like, hit subscribe. As always, thank you. I'll see you all next week.